Energy cooperatives are a part of the larger movement of cooperatives existing all over the world, and there are cooperatives of various kinds, and energy cooperatives relatively new on the European scale. Maybe it is interesting in these circumstances to explain a little bit about the cooperative principles, which really give a possibility and a base for participation of people of various walks of life, and in that respect also of gender equality and presence in cooperatives. First of the 7 principles of cooperatives is voluntary and open membership without discrimination. The second one is democratic membership control, which is the most known feature of cooperatives, which means one member, one vote, disregarding of their economic participation in the cooperative itself. Cooperatives are organizations which have a certain economic activity, and members' economic participation is the third principle of cooperatives. Autonomy and independence is the fourth one, and the fifth one is education, training, and information, which is provided to the members, but also which cooperatives give to the wider environment in which they exist. Cooperation among cooperatives is the sixth cooperative principle, and the seventh one is concern for community. And this last one actually expresses the wish to involve also those who are usually left behind and are not part of certain processes where cooperatives are active. In this respect, energy cooperatives have this perspective of producing energy and consuming energy by local people in the context in which they operate. ResCoop is an umbrella organization of energy cooperatives and energy communities on a European level. Today, there are about 2,000 cooperatives and energy communities members of ResCoop, and it covers over 1,250,000 people members of these cooperatives. Maybe it is interesting here to point to a few features of this mission of ResCoop and its members, which would bring all genders on equal terms as the actors and beneficiaries of the energy transition. So one of them is to mobilize the democratic, inclusive nature of energy cooperatives, which is already built into cooperative principles. Bring out and recognize the voices, faces, needs, and interests of women and people of all genders in the community energy sector. Create visibility and awareness around the impact of gender inequality in energy systems. Take all appropriate measures to modify or abolish existing regulations, customs, structures, and practices which constitute discrimination against women and non-binary people, and integrate a gender perspective in all other operation areas. And there are some practical steps that a cooperative can follow to achieve these goals. One of them is the use of gender-sensitive language. For instance, when in educational purposes or communicating about the work of the cooperative in graphs and pictures and channels of internal and external communication. Another one is gender justice and gender equality in their statutes of cooperatives of energy or energy communities. Next one could be to engage in activities aimed at structural reforms, equal opportunities, and positive measures to promote the position of persons of all genders in these organizations. Contribute to the regular collection or analysis and presentation of data disaggregated by age, sex, or socioeconomic and other relevant indicators. And also, temporarily, some measures can be applied, such as quotas or special discounts to accelerate de facto equality of all genders. And these measures shall not be considered as discriminatory, but encouraging participation, equal participation for women and non-binary people.